I'm attorney Nick Alcock. I'm going to talk a little bit about personal injury and when is a case a personal injury case and when do you not have a valid claim against an insurance company. And really the line of demarcation in injury cases is fault and whether or not the driver is at fault. Believe it or not, I get plenty of calls from good people who are confused about how personal injury cases work, and they feel like if they were the driver at fault that they still would be able to sue an insurance company and get some type of recovery. And most insurance company claims, most policies that insurance companies will issue basically say if you're the at-fault driver that you don't have a claim, that if you are responsible for the accident that you can't sue the insurance company. And now in Arizona, you don't have to be 100% at fault to get sued. You could be 50% responsible or 20% responsible or even 5% responsible. So in Arizona, there is the concept that they don't have to say, well, this is the only reason why this accident occurred and this is the only at-fault driver. If you bear some responsibility, you could still get sued. But if you are 100% at fault and if it's completely, your actions caused the accident, then you unfortunately don't have much of a claim. The other issue with personal injury cases is that there has to be an injury. And I speak with people who have been involved in horrific, unbelievably destructive accidents where there's incredible property damage and the vehicles are totaled, but they're fine. And maybe they were treated just for a second or assessed, and they didn't experience any type of injuries, and they didn't go to a doctor, and they didn't seek any treatment, and they didn't really experience anything. There isn't an injury, and so to sue an insurance company or to sue the at-fault driver, you need to have some type of damage. Now obviously there's a property damage claim and you are entitled to the recovery of your vehicle, but you aren't automatically entitled to a set amount of money if you're involved in a horrendously destructive accident. You don't get a check just because you were in an accident. And there are a number of other circumstances that we look at in personal injury cases that definitely can affect the value of a claim, and they can affect whether or not there is a way to move forward with a lawsuit. And they go something like this. For example, was the driver of the vehicle on the policy, or were they, if they were excluded from the policy, even though that driver caused the accident, but they're excluded from the policy, there may be no way to seek compensation from the insurance company. Unfortunately, we see this in cases where, say, a teenager is excluded from a parent's policy. The teenager takes the car and destroys another car. It may be impossible to sue that and recover from the insurance company. Same thing goes for people who are not authorized as drivers. So if a car is stolen or if someone gets a hold of a vehicle, doesn't have permission from the owner to drive the vehicle, the insurance company might say, well, that person wasn't authorized to drive, and the only way that the insurance would pay out a claim is whether or not if the owner of the vehicle gave permission to the person who actually caused the accident. So this is an issue which is confusing. There are a lot of people that have concerns about whether or not they actually have a valid claim against an insurance company. If you have any questions whatsoever, you can always call 602-989-5000 is our number, 602-989-5000. We're happy to answer any questions that you have about personal injury accidents. And my name is Nick Alcock. I'm the owner of the firm. Be happy to sit down and meet with you anytime. Thanks so much.